Have you ever felt like there's some kind of secret to mastering your own sexual energy? You know, a way to really last longer and have a more profound experience? Well, there is. But the key isn't what you probably think. In fact, it's something pretty unexpected. So let's dive in and unlock that secret together. Let's just get right to it. It's a simple question, right? But for a lot of guys, the answer is a huge yes. Maybe you're dealing with premature ejaculation, or maybe you just want to extend that pleasure for both you and your partner. It's a super common desire. And look, if this is something on your mind, the absolute most important thing to hear right now is this. You are not alone, not even close. Most men feel this pressure to perform at some point in their lives, and it's a challenge so many deal with, usually in total silence. And that really brings us to the heart of the issue, doesn't it? This whole thing is an incredibly common struggle, but it's also a silent one. It's just not something people talk about openly. And that silence, well, it can create a lot of extra weight. Yeah, because it's such a taboo topic, guys are often left feeling ashamed or even guilty, and that pressure to perform creates this vicious cycle of anxiety that, ironically, just makes the whole situation worse. It's a really heavy burden to carry, and it totally gets in the way of genuine connection and real pleasure. So, where does all this pressure come from? Well, a big part of it comes from this very narrow and, let's be honest, totally incorrect story we're all told about male sexuality. It's time we bust that myth wide open. Okay, so look at this contrast. The common story we see everywhere, especially in media, is that men are just always ready, they're only focused on one thing, and it's totally over once they ejaculate. But the deeper reality, it's so much richer than that. Men enjoy emotional connection, they value foreplay, and they're capable of so much more, including multiple orgasms and even non-ejaculatory ones. Just embracing this fuller, truer picture is a huge first step towards a way more fulfilling sex life. All right, so how do you actually unlock this deeper side of your sexuality and get more control? Well, it all comes down to one single skill. A skill that goes against almost everything you've probably been conditioned to do. And that skill, that is the key. And there it is. To last longer, you need to relax. I know, it sounds way too simple, right? It's even a little counterintuitive. But trust me, mastering this one idea is the secret that can completely transform your experience. So why is something so simple so challenging? Well, it's because our bodies naturally do the exact opposite. As you get more aroused, as you get closer to that edge, your body's instinct is to tense up, which just pushes you over the cliff. Learning to relax means you have to consciously learn to override that powerful instinct. So how in the world do you relax in a moment of peak intensity? The answer is both simple and incredibly powerful. You use your breath. Your breath is the biggest, most effective tool you have for mastering your own sexual energy. Think about it for a second. When most guys get close to orgasm, what happens? Their breathing gets all shallow and fast, or maybe they even hold their breath completely. And as you can see, that just hits the accelerator. But if you can consciously shift your breathing to be slow, deep, and controlled, you can calm everything down, slow that rush, and extend the pleasure big time. Okay, so here's the actual technique. Step 1, you're going to inhale slowly through your mouth, kind of like you're sipping a drink through a straw. And while you do that, picture that sexual energy moving up from your genitals and through your body. Step 2, just hold that breath for a couple of seconds at the top. And finally, step 3, exhale deeply through your mouth with a nice audible sigh and just let go of all that tension. All right, so knowing the technique is one thing, but making it second nature, that's the real goal, right? So let's talk about how to actually put this powerful tool into practice so it really works for you. Okay, this part is crucial. Don't wait until you're in the heat of the moment to try this for the first time. Seriously, practice this breathing technique when you're calm, maybe for just a few minutes a day. You gotta train your body. Then, during sex, you have to be mindful. Don't wait until you're at the point of no return. The moment you feel that arousal really start to intensify, that's your signal. Pause, take a few of these deep, calming breaths, and just let that energy settle down. That is how you stay in control. This whole thing is about so much more than just lasting longer. It's about a deeper connection, it's about more profound pleasure, and it's about a whole new level of confidence. It's really about transforming your entire intimate life. So the real question to leave you with is, what could you unlock by mastering your own sexual energy?